Hey YouTube, welcome back. My name's Dustin and this is the Outdoor Mentors. I'm trying to push myself. Long story short, that's what it's all about. Pushing yourself as an archer. And if you're a new archer, well, hopefully you've found some content on this channel that's helped you in your process. Over the next few months, I'm going to take a journey and I hope you join me. This is my road to 300. I looked at other bows. As far as personal preference, you know, I like Matthews stuff. I've shot a lot of Matthews bows. I really love the new Elite stuff. I have a Cure of one of my favorite bows of all times as far as shootability. I've never been a Hoyt guy. I've had, of the 300, 400, maybe even 500 bows that I've had in my lifetime, I've probably only owned 8 to 10 Hoyts. And 3 or 4 of those are going to have been traditional bows. So I never liked Hoyt. Now recently I was able to shoot a 37-inch Hoyt Invicta or whatever it's called, and I did like the way that bow felt, but ultimately for me, me being a YouTuber and being an influencer, I know that some of the best ways for me to look at the rest of the field and see what everybody else at these competitions that I plan on attending are doing is just to go back and look at video. So I've went back and I've watched the competitions at Lancaster, at Reading, at Vegas, and some other indoor shoots, and ultimately you're going to be shooting one of the big 4 for sure. Elite's coming on. PSE, Hoyt, and Matthews have always been there. Like, they all 3 have been there for a long time. Elite is coming on, that's for sure. And I realize that a lot of that is investment in staffers that their marketing teams have made, but I've only shot a handful of PSV bows for that matter. Like, in my lifetime, I've probably only owned 25 PSE bows. Man, I just realized that looking back, it's been a long time since I've actually owned a PSE. I guess I had a couple of Stingers that I bought on a trade and shot for a little while, and I shot a deer with one 4 or 5 years ago. But that's been the first PSEs that I've owned in a long time. When I looked at what was out there and what was coming, what had already been released for 2022, I found this PSE Supra RTX, and it fit the bill. For me, a bow has to have a small grip. It needs to be small and precise to be able for me to feel it. I'm a working man, so with working man hands, I want something that is going to sit on my pad nice, that I can actually feel it through the calluses on my hands. That being said, I don't have large hands, so a small grip, a narrow grip is what I like. I was able to find this PSE Supra RTX and actually got it secondhand. I don't know if it was a pro staffer or a team shooter that had the bow, but while I'm doing my research, this bow pops up, and I was able to get it for cheaper than what my local dealer was able to buy a new one for, and my local dealer told me that it could be 4 to 6 weeks before they would be able to get one. So I grabbed it. Maybe a good choice, maybe not, but the way I see it, newest technology coming out, and I know that there are going to be lots of other people shooting this bow for 2022, so I went ahead and grabbed it. Price did play a small factor. Ultimately, I'm not going to buy a Hoyt because they're overpriced. The technologies for me that are available versus other bows, and the feel is relatively, pretty similar. I'm not going to give more to own a Hoyt. I'm just not. Once again, I'm not sponsored by anybody, so I'm just going to go ahead and shoot what I can get hold of. And getting that for that $900 price point, I went ahead and grabbed it. Now, this Supra RTX does have the Evolve SE cam, which means that it's going to fit my 28.5-inch draw, no problem. The new split yoke system that they have with the spreader in there, the kind of a zigzag spreader that takes the cables and puts it right next to the cam, but vertically instead of angled. That's new for this year, but I can already see that that's going to be really easy to tune. It will allow me to fine-tune everything that I need. With the SE cam versus what's the other one, the EM cam, this one will allow me to also adjust the let-off percentage. Now, currently the bow is set at 28.5 inches and 75% let-off. If I don't like that, if I want to adjust that let-off with the SE cam, I can go down to 65 or I can go up to 85. So that's another big selling point for me. As far as looks go, well, let's just say I'm not a red guy, but this dark, kind of a ruby red, looks pretty sweet. So yeah, ultimately I would have bought black, but I think we can ride with this just fine. One of the reasons why I went with PSE this year is because of the multiple positions that I have. Not only does it have position 4 back bar, the riser is also mounted horizontally all the way through, as well as the front stabilizer. There are 2 locations, a standard right at the base of the grip and another one about 2.5 inches lower, giving me multiple options to be able to balance this bow. Let's take a look at some of the other things that I've purchased and that I'm going to be using throughout the season in my next video.